7 games at St Andrews, 7 wins, Fortress St Andrews. We are on a roll at home, not so much away, but we'll get there. If we look at this episode, we can see that we are on a bit of a European tour. We are going to go through. It's really a game between ourselves and Napoli. See who can finish top. If we can finish top, I think we've got a good chance of winning it. Let's get into it. Well, here we are, guys. Episode 24 of Championship to Champions with Birmingham City. We're getting quite far into the season now. Enough to say whether or not we're going to get pretty far in certain cups, certain leagues. I'm saying that like we're in different leagues. We're obviously in the Premier League, but see how far we're going to get. If we take a look at the schedule since we were last with us, you can see a nice sea of green with a little bit of red, which isn't that good, to be honest. But since you were last with us, we decided to go out in the cup. As you can see, that special little P again. Once again, the curse of penalties has fallen upon us. Didn't really want the EFL Cup, if I'm honest. We've won it once already. Last time it just meant our players were knackered in the run-up to February, March, so quite happy to go out. Don't know about the board though. Haven't really got the bottle yet to go and ask them how they're feeling. We then went on a nice little run in the Premier League and Europa League, as you can see. We beat Chelsea 1-0. Now that was a big result for us. We then beat Boavista 5-0. Thought, yeah, we're on a roll here. Went to Leeds and lost 2-1. Now, while we are at Leeds, you can see if we just take a look at this goal, we were 2-0 down and Leeds thought, actually, what we'll do is we'll give them a bit of a lifeline. It's a bit of a comedy of errors, to be honest. I thought that went off number 25, Lozek, but it went off Creswell, actually. So, yeah, we were toothless against Leeds, which wasn't very good. We then went on a little run again, beat Watford 2-0, beat Boavista 2-1. At this point, I started to change the formation a bit. Made a few tweaks to a few roles and stuff like that. Lost to Newcastle. This was my own fault, really. I was quite stupid. We went 1-0 up. Then we went 1-1 and I panicked and went attacking and it just backfired on me. So at that point, I made a few more changes to the formation, to the tactic. I knocked both the left back and right back. Instead of them being on support, they went forward on attack. As you can see, first half we were fantastic. Second half, we dropped off. So what can you do, really? Speaking of a tactic change, what we have done is panicked a little bit and made a few changes. I'm starting to wonder about Declan Rice, what his best role is in terms of this formation, what he can do for the team, because I've found that we are lacking. Whenever we play a game, I find that we're all just basically camped on the sorry, I'm scratching my nose. Camped on the edge of the box. We don't score it and then it gets recycled and more than likely they go over the other end and it's either a save by our keeper or it's a goal. So I want Declan Rice to sit back a bit. With Declan Rice sitting back, I think the both fullbacks can go forward. We haven't really got a lot of attacking players in terms of roles, so I thought just knock them two forward. Get them on the overlap, knock it in. It's worked for Lard. Lard, once again, running up the wing. Because he's got that freedom to run now, so he's playing quite well, as you can see. 7.03, which isn't too bad at all. If we take a look at the competitions, just to see where we are, we're currently sat in third, which is really nice. If we hadn't lost to Leeds and Newcastle, we'd be on 34 points and we'd be top, which would be absolutely fantastic. Liverpool are kind of off running away with the league, as you can see by that goal difference. They're once again smashing everyone. I'm not looking forward to coming up against them, to be honest. But if we take a look at the Europa League, we haven't played FA Cup yet, which is nice. I do like the fact that the FA Cup's later in the year. It means that we can progress with the league, get a decent foothold on where we're going to be. It's really nice that we are third in the league, that we are up with it. We've beat Man City and Chelsea so far. It's just the losses that, like Leeds, I can see why, they're not too bad. But Newcastle really, it's just done my head in. But yeah, we are nicely positioned in the Europa League as well. We have got Napoli for our first game, and I think this will decide who comes top. +7 goal difference isn't too bad 3 wins, 1 draw against Napoli, and that was away, so hopefully we can turn it round. I'm a little worried with the tactic, because this is a new tactic in terms of Declan Rice being an anchor and Lozak going to complete forward. This is either going to be genius, or it's going to completely backfire and we're going to be about 3-0 down by 45 minutes. The last thing I want to show you just before we get into the match is that we've had a bit of a revolt within the squad. Ceballos, Chong and Arambury are kicking off because they're not getting enough playing time. Sorry about that. Yeah, they're just not playing. Ceballos, he's okay. He's not the best. He's been average when he's played. As you can see, he's played all right in the Europa League. I need to knock this down, really. I can't really see the screen. So I'm going like that. I need a bigger neck. Chong, yeah, I'm hoping that he goes. He won't sign a contract with me, so the most I'm going to get is 19 million. West Ham will probably pay that. Arambari is worth 30 million, so I've put him up for 28. Yeah. And we've got a few interests, to be honest, a few interested clubs. I hope he goes to Arsenal, because I think he's a crap player, to be honest. Anything to make them worse. But if we look at this squad that we're going to play against Napoli, it's a largely unchanged squad from last episode. Apart from those little changes that you can see, Declan Rice as an anchor, Lozak as complete forward, and then Lard and Liberato running forward. And Liberato has been fantastic as an attacking left back. He has got everything that you want for a left wing back. I cannot believe that I picked him up for 29 million. I've never heard of him, to be honest, in the football world. So either I'm not very cultured, which is probably correct, or that he's not. FM are overhyping him and he's not as good as it is in real life. That didn't sound right, did it there? It's probably me, I'm not the best. If it's outside of England, I don't know. To be honest, if it's outside the Premier League and the Championship, I don't know. Yeah, I'm very much an armchair fan, as you could call it. And here we go, guys. We are here on a European night, a Thursday night, with the fans in. It's something that we don't see in real life at the moment. Wouldn't mind lockdown finishing sometime soon, but I can't see it finishing anytime soon, to be honest. Not with all these variants happening, so I think we've just got to get used to watching it on the telly with the fake sounds. Not good at all. I'm just going to keep an eye on it, so I'm not going to be my usual chatty self. I know I've just sat there talking about a European night and stuff like that, but I do want to watch the formation, see how it gets on. Basically check that the changes that I've made, like Declan Rice, are the right changes. At the moment, it looks okay. We're getting a lot of possession, not a lot of highlights. Marcus Edwards, and there we go again. I've got to put my head around. Yeah, next match I'm going to have to move this about, I think, to be honest. I didn't think it through. I just thought, it sounds okay here, it looks okay in Audacity, it sounds quite clear, and that's really all that matters. I don't care about the football. Yeah, I might have to knock it to that screen actually. It's probably easier because then I can go like that and then look up, like that, look up, rather than looking like that. And ooh. Yeah, it doesn't look as weird. Bellingham's on the run there, nicely to Edwards, and Edwards may need to go off. Jones to McNeil to Bellingham. Ooh. And this is the problem. This is what we've had with this formation for the last few games, is that we have a lot of shots, but they're all block shots because we try and pass the ball into the goal. And if you've got a lot of teams kind of set up like they do against Liverpool, where you've got a flat bank of 8. So you've got your midfield and then your defence. That might be a penalty now. Fortunately, Liberato, it worked against Man United, mate. It's not going to work there. You haven't got an English ref. You've got one of these fancy Italian ones that actually know how to referee. McNeil pushes it forward. Lovely. Oh, Lard. No. I don't know why he shot from there. And it is nice to see Declan Rice so far back. I like seeing him go all the way back there. That's lovely. Lard. Cross. That's what... yeah. It's a nice tactic in terms of possession. Although they have just got it straight over the top of us. And this is going to be 1-0. Yeah. Oh. Back to the drawing board, I think, to be honest, guys. Back to the drawing board. I don't know what we do there. There's Declan Rice. Who's that, Liberato? To be honest, this is my own fault for pushing the fullbacks forward. I'm going to take Marcus. I'm going to keep an eye on him, but I might take him off shortly. And I have thought about changing McNeil for Mazzala, because I think he'd be better as a box-to-box, maybe. I don't quite know. Come on, Edwards. Almost. Oh my God. 1 shot, 2 shot. Doesn't look so good so far. We're getting the possession, although they are coming into it now. But we're not getting the shots, are we? Or we are getting the shots, we're just not getting the highlights. And they've kind of found us... Oh, what was that, Lord? Where was that going? There's 2-0. That's a great goal. Politano. Yeah, this isn't working. So what I'll do, I'll make a quick cut here once it goes. I'll change the formation a little bit. And we're back, guys. I've made a couple of changes just to show you. I've changed Lozek to advance forward, McNeil to box. I've bought off Marcus Edwards for a Tanga. And I've also changed Declan Rice to defensive midfielder, just to see what's going on. Just to see if we can get the win that we need, basically. I'll take a draw now. I was hoping that we'd win this. Let's just demand more. So it looks like we're probably going to go through second. I mean, Napoli should be a Champions League side. They are a strong side. And we're not doing too bad in terms of possession. We're just not changing it into goals, or turning into goals, which isn't good. But my problem is that I'm going to panic now. It could just be that they've hit us really well on 2 counter-attacks, and it does look like they've just hit us on 2 really nice counter-attacks. Both of them across the wings. And there's number 3, I think. Oh, fantastic there. Was that Lard or Diop then who blocked that? Again, they've had all the clear-cut chances. I'd like to see clear-cut chances just to see how we're getting on. But it looks like Napoli are going to come out as the winners. I'm going to go attacking, just to see if we can pull this back. Jude Bellingham, you're going to have to come off, mate. You can come off for Anguissa. Oh, I've got to stop this. I'm just like that. Just like that, yeah. Anguissa, come on, mate. Show me what you can do. I know you haven't played as much as you'd like to, but, you know, there's nothing I can do about it now. And that was awful pass. Awful pass. Really, really bad there. We deserve this loss. We really do deserve this loss. I can't believe it. I was on such a high. My problem is now as well, is that, and I don't know if anyone else has done this, you get to the point where you've changed your tactic that much that you kind of forget how it once was when you was winning. That's the way I am. I think my problem is, and this is the big problem, almost 3 then, sorry, I had to stop then because it was almost 3. I was like, oh, is that we've got, we've got our left back and right back on attack. Oh, Diop, what are you doing? And as you can see from those 2 goals, we've just been caught out. That's all it is. Over the top, just been caught out. And because we play quite high anyway, we need that cover, which I thought Declan Rice was going to provide. But when you're on, Declan Rice is going to be in the middle, so when you're on the wings, it's not going to happen, is it? I need to go back to the draw. Oh, that was almost a very good goal there. I need to go back to the drawing board, really. I'm sorry, Liberato. I don't know where I've got to bring on for you, mate. Can't anyway. In terms of who I'd bring in, what am I on about? I'm already looking at changes, obviously. You're fired. No, what I'd like to do is make a couple of changes, because we've had 26 shots, but 5 on target. So we're pot shotting, even though I've got work ball into box. Either that, or we're just kicking it at the defender's feet. So I might tell them to be a bit more expressive, because I think we've got a lot of flair in the side. Especially since we've come up, and this is now our 3rd season in the Premier League. We've got a strong squad. Really strong squad. But we're just doing the... It's almost like the Liverpool conundrum again. That we are kind of like... I'd like to say we're like Liverpool in real life. We're not. We're bloody crap. But we've got so much possession, so many shots, but there's nothing to them in terms of the shots. There's no venom. Right, we will come back for the second game, guys. Hi guys, and we are back for the second game. Just before we get into the second game, we've got two things. Firstly, please like and subscribe. I need to get better at that. Didn't say it at the start of the episode, so I'm going to tell you now. Like and subscribe. Hit that subscribe button now. And we will also take a look at our latest edition coming in 2024. And I keep doing this with these regens. I keep thinking if I tell them that, tell their parent club, their current club that we'll take them at the end of the season, they might be like, we'll accept this offer. I know it's not as much as we want, but it's a lot better than losing him for 5 million more and him going now. Didn't work like that. Although, I don't know if we can see how much it's costing. You think this guy here was only about 5 million with 2.5 added on? I mean, we've got to give him 40% more in profit, but I won't sell him. I mean, look at those stats for a regen. He's fantastic. He's our new free kick taker as well. 17 determination, 16 off the ball. That's David Beckham, that is, reincarnated. David Beckham reincarnated. Look at that. Look at that crossing. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. We'll come back to the match now. Okay, guys, we are back for the match against Tottenham. We're away to Tottenham today. It's a pretty tough game, to be honest. We are looking to overturn a pretty torrid away form at the moment. Pretty torrid away run. We're really good at home. Fortress St Andrews. We have, if we just take a quick look and have a look at the stages for the home record, we are top. Well, joint top with Liverpool and Arsenal. 7 played, 7 won. Only 2 goals let in, which is really, really good. I'll go back there. If we take a look at the away record, though, we are not so good, as you can see. More losses than wins. 7 points out of 6 games. It's about time we need to turn that around, to be honest. So if we take a look at the team again, what we're going to play. I've made a couple of changes, as you can see, in terms of the tactic. Put Lozak as a poacher, to see if that'll help. Put Declan Rice as a support defensive midfielder. I've changed the wing-backs back to support because the pure fact that we got absolutely hammered on the wings against Napoli. Lesson learnt there. Then I've switched McNeil and Bellingham around. That would usually be Bellingham's spot, but he's knackered at the moment. He hasn't really had time to rest because it's only been like 2 days since Napoli. So I thought I'd bring in Denis Ceballos, even though he's unhappy. Give him a bit of a run out. Hopefully he will put on a show for some suitors come January, because he's going to go as well. Yeah, I've changed it round. So instead of just being a support advanced playmaker, I've gone for attack. And I've just gone for that, really. I want to see whether or not a poacher works in this formation, because we're always in the box. We're always around the box. Lozak hasn't scored in about 4 or 5 games, so might as well just stick him up front. We will get back once the game starts, guys. Okay, guys, and we are back. I thought I'd just bring us back just to look at the recent form of Tottenham. Loss, draw, loss, draw, draw. Hopefully that means that we can take advantage of the fact that they've got loss, draw, draw. I'll just say a bad run of form, basically. Take advantage of it and maybe change it round. I thought that was our attack, it's not. Oof. And that should have been 1-0, really. They've just had 3 really nice shots. I think I'm getting to the point again where... Oh, Diop, I don't know what he was doing there, mate. Lozak's through. Put it through, mate. Or almost, Ivan. I'm getting to the point again where I'm starting to question my tactics. I know I'll keep making changes, as you've just seen. I probably won't give it a lot of time for it to bed in terms of these players. We were just going to have to wait and see, basically. At the moment, it looks okay. Possession's not very nice. I'm hoping, and what I'm going to do in a minute is change it round a little bit. I'm hoping that if I put Declan Rice back as a deep line playmaker, there's 1-0. So yeah, I'm going to have to make a quick change. And you are being changed to a deep line playmaker on defend. You are going back to pressing forward. And let's just try that. So we'll just try that now. We'll leave Ceballos on attack. and we'll just see what goes on from there. Let's just see. And usually my measure of performance is sometimes done by possession. I'm going to go by possession for this tactic just purely because of the pure fact that I know that this tactic we do get a lot of possession, so it doesn't look good, does it, so far? We're, for want of a better word, crap. I think the second half I'm going to have to make a few changes again. Probably go back to what it was before when we had that nice little run of form. Harry Kane there with the Kung Fu kick. Right, Liberato's got to come in there. And then I've just got to swap these two around. There we go. Come on, guys. Nkita, I know I should play Nkita striker really because Lozek's knackered, but I thought I'd try him as an inside forward just because he's a good striker. You know, and usually an inside forward gets in on the inside, hence the name inside forward. So we could hope. McNeil over to Rice. Come on, Rice. Feel like that. Just poking him with a stick. Come on, do something, Rice. We paid good money for you, mate. He did score an absolute rocket for us, actually. And I've got it written down on my pad that I forgot to show you. So maybe at the end of this match, I'll probably just cut it in, just to show you the rocket. It was fantastic. Outside of the box, picked it up, wallop, straight in. Doesn't look good so far, does it, guys? I've got to say. I had high hopes for this season, especially the way we started. Great. But once again, the tinkerer in me decided to change it round. So I'm just going to have to... Come on. Ceballos. Yes. 1-1. Yes. Right. Change your plans there. Or is he? Actually, I don't know. I don't like the fact that the way that we scored then was a counter-attack. We're still on 41% possession, down to 40. So we'll come back in a minute, and what I'll do is I'll just make a couple of changes. Right, we're back, guys. I've just made a quick change. So Bias has gone back down, even though we scored a goal. I feel that we get a bit more stability within the midfield if we've got two on support. I've actually just changed Antanga to attack, so hopefully he can get forward a bit more. He is a speed demon, like really quick. So hopefully we should get a bit more possession, and maybe some more shots would be lovely. Although I'm a bit worried, and I'm going to make this change now actually. So I'm just going to pause. I'll make a quick change now. Let me just do this. Diop. Umtiti. Yes. Umtiti has the power. Right. There we go. Right, so I'm just going to pause this while I do this, make some changes. Nkita for Lozek, because Lozek is knackered. Marcus Edwards is on. Antigua can go there. Who's knackered? Oh, Eric Boye. And I bet we haven't got enough. Yeah, we haven't got any more subs. That's fine. So Boye's coming on for the right back. Should be fun. He scored against Man City last year, so hopefully he can do it against Tottenham as well. It's nice that we've made this little change again. It looks like it's working. Diop across to Nkita, and there's 3-1. Woo! Yeah. Tactical genius. Yeah. You know what it's like, guys. There you go. I am going to get myself like a little trophy or something just to show up every time I do a good decision. Like FM genius just across it. Yeah. Because what you don't see is in between episodes is when I start to sweat, and I'll go into sweat mode and I just run through games all the time. And I don't really watch them, to be honest. I'm just trying to get through to the next episode, because I know a lot of people like to do maybe 2 or 3. Sorry about that. 2 or 3 recordings a week. I want to try and I want to get onto another recording. I want to get onto another series. That was fantastic, actually. That 3-1 should have saved the formation, but at least I know that it works. Yeah, we're good. Right, guys, we will come back shortly. So, guys, just before we end the episode, just to let you know that the board have decided to be very nice with me, and they've increased my wage budget. Wage budget? I wish it was a wage budget, 42 million. Transfer budget from 17 million up to 42 million. This may help me in getting the person that I want to buy. I could have just said my transfer target. I don't know why it says it like that. That's pretty weird. The person I'm after is Mr. Parrot, or Troy Parrot. Mr. Troy, where are you? Is it Parrot? Not Parrot. Yeah, it is. Troy Parrot. He's fantastic. I'd love him striker. Lozic on the left. And then we could move Curtis Jones back into midfield. Next to Dwight McNeil and Bellingham. So we'd have to make a new formation, but I'd like that. I offered like 100 million for him. They were very much in the ballpark of F off. He's not going. Don't want to sell him. You'll never get him. Tried to put him as my top transfer and he was like, who are you? You'll have to be better standing in the Premier League. Well, all I'm going to say, Troy, is who just beat your team 3-1 away. Hey? It wasn't Man City. It wasn't Arsenal. It wasn't even Liverpool. It might have been Liverpool, actually. Liverpool probably did beat them. It was these little buggers here, Birmingham City. Right, guys. If you've enjoyed the episode, please like and subscribe. Drop me a comment if you'd like to. I always reply to all the comments. It feels nice to reply to people and to talk to people about Football Manager. Don't get enough of it, really. You could also follow me on Twitter. I do follow back. And again, I'm happy to speak to you on there as well. Any tips or tricks, let me know. Any players that you think I should sign. We are in like the 4th season, so if there's any wonder kids, I mean, don't be stupid. I can't get Mbappe and stuff like that. But anyone that kind of turns, as soon as they turn 21, suddenly turns into Ronaldo, let me know. Right, guys. I shall see you for episode 25. Bye-bye.